Lal Krishna Advani, Nitin Gadkari, Rajnath Singh, Uddhav Thackeray, Prakash Singh Badal, all of them have gone to Rashtrapati Bhawan to meet President Pranab Mukherjee. Narendra Modi in a short while from now will be staking claim to form the new government in Delhi. We're told that Narendra Modi's cavalcade took a detour towards Gujarat Bhawan, the new power centre in Delhi. And it's very interesting to see when he moves into the new house.
Which is just across the road.
Which is just across the road from Gujarat Bhavan.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So he hasn't moved much and yet he's moved so much. In just that 100-200 meters, as you cross the road from Gujarat Bhavan to the Prime Minister's residence, the virtual democratic revolution which he's caused. All these vehicles going up, Rashtrapati Bhavan. 24th of May is when the Panditji says is the best Muhurat for the new Prime Minister to take oath. And that's the way it will stay, GVL? Or do you think the Panditji doesn't matter so much, or they'll not want to antagonize the Panditji?
I'm not sure about it. Obviously, you see, one needed this kind of time to really
Well, there's been a sense in the
prepare.
BJP, just get on with the job and go out and stake claim. There's been that camp as well.
No, I think, you see, this is a transition for him. He has to move from Gandhinagar, Gujarat to New Delhi. There is no great urgency in doing it a couple of days before. And this time he's actually spending in Delhi and sort of planning out everything. So from the day he gets sworn in, I think you can see him in action from the very next day. So I think he has used this time very effectively.
What will the likes of an Ajit Doval, if they are brought into this national security establishment, mean for India's posture on Dawood Ibrahim and Hafiz Saeed? Because we've seen so often, Veer Sanghvi, Ajit Doval in private conversations would always say we need to be more assertive. Nitin Gadkari was on that show when he said we will not take attacks lying down, we will come out and chase you, we'll bring you down. Do you actually see the Modi government do some of that, or is that just poll rhetoric?
I have no idea, but I hope to God that they do make Ajit Doval internal security advisor or some such job within the PMO, because this is a man, unlike many intelligence officers whose background is in analysis and assessment, his background is in operations.
Correct.
This is a man who dressed up as a Sikh militant and hid in the Golden Temple before Operation Black Thunder, and during Operation Black Thunder told them from inside what was going on. This is a man who's done endless jobs which we can't even talk about. He was in Kandahar negotiating with the hijackers of IC-814. If you want a government that believes in action, particularly in action relating to our neighbors and to an internal security system, you have to have someone like Doval.
You know, I think...
No, but that's sending a message out. There was a report in DNA this morning that Dawood Ibrahim has left his Karachi residence and has gone somewhere in the frontier province because he's concerned. It's all obviously something that the likes of a Dawood Ibrahim and a Hafiz Saeed, because you got 1 billion people at least baying for their breath. I'm assuming 200 million people aren't interested or have a different view. But those people would obviously be concerned about what Modi means for them.
See, firstly, he, of course, just as in Gujarat, he was very strong in cracking down on terror networks and border security. And he said that and did it in the very first week itself. Announced this, that's going to be priority, high priority. But I can tell you he's not going to be jingoistic. If you ask me, he's going to change even Pakistani agenda, and he will drag them down to accepting that they too need to prioritize development. There'll be healthy competition between India and Pakistan. He's not going to fall prey to the traps that they lay. And you know, for example, the manner in which he handled Akshardham terror attacks, the serial blasts in Gujarat, ek patta bhi nahi phadakne diya, because he knew they were meant to provoke India, they were meant to provoke a back.
I want to go across to my colleague Brajesh Pandey outside Vijay Chowk. Brajesh, describe to our viewers what will happen next. We've seen Advani, Rajnath, the NDA allies go up Raisina Hill. They are meeting the president. Where is Narendra Modi?
Well, as per the information, Narendra Modi has gone to Gujarat House, Gujarat Bhawan, and after that, at around 3:30, he will also go and meet Pranab Mukherjee, and will formally the request to form the next government will be given. And after that, he is scheduled to go back to Gandhinagar, and for tomorrow, the formation of a new government, a new chief minister in Gujarat. That process will be completed.
Okay, we're seeing some tweets being posted by Narendra Modi. He works in different directions and all those systems working at the same time. I want to take you through what he tweeted about 5 minutes ago I'll take you through one by one. No words will be enough to express my gratitude to the hard work of generations of Karyakartas who made this historic day a reality for the BJP. Due to his health, we didn't have the honor of having Atalji with us during the meeting, but we always have his blessings. Then he tweets, "It was wonderful to have the entire NDA family with us during the parliamentary party meeting. I salute their efforts throughout the campaign." Next tweet, 2 minutes ago, "I congratulate all previous governments and their leaders." That's statesman Modi speaking now. "We will have their good work. We will take their good work ahead and work harder to fulfill people's dreams and aspirations." His final tweet, "Ours will be a government that thinks, works and lives for the poor. This will be a government dedicated to the villages, youth and women of India." He's essentially got someone to translate into tweets all of what he said during his speech. He probably had a quick look at them and posted them the moment he got over. But that's the system he's been able to build, and a system that moves faster than any system that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I always think that's one of the ironies, that all these young, foreign educated guys who came back and took over their father's constituencies, including Rahul Gandhi, in a sense, just sat back, never set up any systems, didn't understand social media, didn't understand technology. And Narendra Modi, who comes from a poor family, didn't have the advantage of the great education, struggles with English, has just beaten the hell out of them.
They would have, the Baba Log have often said in private conversation that if they took up social media in a big way, they would be considered flaky and not men of the soil enough.
Because they haven't anything to say, speak for themselves. It's not social media.
But does anybody see them as men of the soil anyway?
No, but they believe that it goes counter to their image, which is why Sachin Pilot or Jyotiraditya Scindia are not on Twitter and Facebook, at least publicly.
But tell me,
despite
Rahul,
everyone telling them that they should.
Have they ever come up with one big idea, either for their constituency or for the country? And all this tutoring of Rahul Gandhi that took place through JNU professors and including some of my colleagues, tell me 3 sentences, sensitive, visionary sentences that he's ever uttered.
We're getting breaking news that the Bharatiya Janata Party has suggested the 26th of May as the date for swearing in. It's only the 20th of May today, the 26th of May. They're really elongating this process. You know, there are lots of people just waiting for them to get sworn in, take a well-deserved break after the elections. They're not in any hurry to get started. What's going on, GVL? Why the 26th? Why not 21st, 22nd? GVL?
I really don't know. But obviously, I think
Shatrughan Sinha and Vasundhara Raje are speaking. Let's listen to what they're saying.
जिम्मेदारी का एहसास कि देश की अपेक्षाओं को, देश की अपेक्षाओं पे कसौटी पे खरा उतरना है और देश की इच्छा और अपेक्षा के अनुरूप आज वो टावरिंग फिगर बनकर सामने उभर कर आए हैं। यानी कह सकता हूँ ऐसा एक्शन हीरो, ऐसा दबंग, जब ये घड़ी आई जहाँ शपथ लेने की बात हुई और प्रधानमंत्री पद की घोषणा हुई, जिसने जबरदस्त समर्थन हुआ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सांसदों का, पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड का, तमाम कार्यकर्ताओं का, तो जाहिर है कि वो खुशी जो है उनकी आंखों से छलक।
मोदी कैबिनेट में आपकी क्या भूमिका होगी? मोदी कैबिनेट में
कैबिनेट में आना और कैबिनेट में लाना, ये दरअसल प्रधानमंत्री का अपना विशेषाधिकार है। अगर मुझे इस काबिल समझा गया तो जरूर मैं अपने पद को, अपनी जिम्मेदारी को निभाऊंगा। लेकिन अपने मैं पद से भागूंगा नहीं, लेकिन मैं तब मांगूंगा नहीं।
मंत्री बनाया गया था।
हाँ, नहीं ठीक, इसे वो तो, लेकिन फिर भी अब नया मंत्रिमंडल है, नए प्रधानमंत्री हैं।
Modi is talking about the poor. He is saying he'll be taking care of the poor and women. Of course, there is a lot of track record where women in Gujarat are concerned. How do you think this will be completed?
No, how it would be completed, you have to give him time now. But yes, you have to take care of the Dalits and the backwards and the women and गरीब लोगों का, दलित लोगों का, शोषित लोगों का, वंचित लोगों का। They are the masses का ख्याल नहीं रखेंगे आप, तो इतनी बड़ी जो महत्वपूर्ण ऐतिहासिक जीत हुई है वो कैसे होगी और उसको उस जीत को कैसे बरकरार रखेंगे?
जैसे आतंकवाद की जो बात है, Muslims are very worried as to what kind of a stature will they have in this government. Where Gujko is concerned and Makoka concerned, there are 2 copy-paste jobs of each other, but there is a possibility that Gujko will be made more, very much stronger on the lines of Kota. Instead, there's a lot of worry where the minorities are concerned that they will be targeted.
I hope, wish and pray that some of our friends from minority, they join the mainstream. You see, अपने आप को दूर करके रखने से फायदा नहीं होगा, अच्छा नहीं होगा। हम यही दुआ करते हैं, कामना करते हैं कि राइटिंग ऑन द वॉल देखे आज whole country is together, and in terms of Narendra Modi's success, Narendra Modi's performance, Narendra Modi's being projected the Prime Minister candidate, उनको सामने आना होगा. After all, they are all Indians. And Indians should not be divided on the caste, creed or religion.
Why aren't you giving these Indians any tickets? In UP, there's not a single Muslim MLA, MP.
No, you are all cliche. This is a very cliched question you're asking me, and that too at this moment when it's just not even the swearing has done. Swearing भी नहीं हुई है, अभी तो सिर्फ announcement हुई है, जिसका उत्साह की घड़ी है. ये सब बातें होंगी, बाद में होंगी, लेकिन ये तो वही है, जब किया तो मुसीबत, जब ना किया तो मुसीबत.
Now we're seeing Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, speak. Let's listen to what he says.
सबसे समृद्ध राज्यों की अग्र पांच में जाके खड़ा हो जाए, और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमारा विश्वास है कि न केवल वो संकल्प हम पूरा करेंगे जो चुनाव के पहले हमने व्यक्त किया था, बल्कि देश को एक सुपर पावर बनाने में भी सफल होंगे.
ऐतिहासिक दिन, ऐतिहासिक. सुनाई नहीं दे रहा आपकी बात.
Okay, my colleague Gaurav Sawant has Smriti Irani, a woman whose stature has been enhanced significantly just over the past 2 months as she took on and made Rahul Gandhi sweat in Amethi. Let's listen to what one of the closest aides of Narendra Modi, his blue-eyed behan, he says, Smriti Irani, tells my colleague Gaurav Sawant. Gaurav, take it away.
Finally, against all odds, it will be Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and with me is BJP Vice President and Rajya Sabha MP Smriti Irani. Smriti Irani, Narendra Modi broke down in Parliament. He touched the Parliament threshold as he entered. What do you make of what happened inside the house, in the central hall?
It is a human being who has for too long been at the receiving end of a lot of political malice. It's a human being who has struggled individually, sometimes with the help of the organization, to overcome a lot of challenges. It is but natural that he is overcome with emotion, especially when he is blessed by elders who have been a part of his political journey. And I think that you saw a side of him which is rarely discussed in the press, but something that we all know about.
This is something that nobody's seen since perhaps 2002. Was it all pent up and it just finally came out against all odds? He became Prime Minister.
You expect me to get into his head and think out loud as to what he's thinking and feeling? That is not possible.
You're his choti behan.
But I will only say, and since I'm choti behan, then I will not talk about family business outside. I will only say this, that I'm extremely grateful as a Karyakarta. This is a day of vindication of all those who are steadfast in their support for Narendra Modi and the Bharatiya Janata Party. They are supporters who were belittled and humiliated, laughed at, and these are the supporters who said, nonetheless, we will stand by and ensure that victory is ours. This is a day of joy for all those who have sacrificed their lives, have never been interviewed, have never been spoken to, have never had a photograph printed in their lives, all because they wanted to see a government in place which ensures that India resurrects itself from the days of gloom that we have seen as a nation.
What's his government going to be like? How will it be different from so many governments in the past?
I will only say this, I'm a representative of the BJP. You will have to ask the spokesperson of the government of the NDA led by the Bharatiya Janata Party to outline what the government will do step by step. But Narendra Modi did give a glimpse about what his government is going to be about. This is a government dedicated to the poor of the country. This is a government which will ensure that the youth and the women in this country are given enough opportunities to not only engage with the futures of their own families, but also to ensure that they contribute towards building a stronger nation.
What will your contribution to that government be? What's your role in that government?
I contributed as a voter, I contributed as a Karyakarta, I am a Rajya Sabha member, and I shall contribute the same.
As a minister?
I will only say this, that the day Narendra Modi takes oath, so does every citizen who wants development and good governance in this country. The day Narendra Modi takes oath, so does every Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has said that for us it's nation first.
And you feel that hope when he spoke, you felt that hope?
I felt not only hope, but I also felt vindicated.
Smriti Irani, many thanks for speaking to Headlines today. Clearly, hope and vindication is how Smriti Irani describes that feeling in Parliament. With cameraman Gaurav Sawant for Headlines Today in Delhi.
That was Smriti Irani, and what a campaign she ran, Madhu Kishwar. She was sent there at the last moment. She was an outsider in Amethi, but she really toiled hard and in the end gave Rahul Gandhi a big fright.
Without doubt, she ran a very effective campaign, but the credit also must go to Kumar Vishwas, who also toiled very hard, but he had such a bad cause behind him that it failed.
He built the anti-incumbency wave.
Did he lose his deposit?
But also,
He did, but I don't...
Rahul, I want to add something. I think the message of this 2014 election is that those who build their campaign only on lies and bloat them so much that people, voters start puking over them. And AAP better learn from it. Congress has paid a heavy price.
I tell you why Kumar Vishwas played a very important role in Amethi. Before that, no one ever spoke out against the Gandhi family. By campaigning as extensively as he did,
but then,
he prepared the grounds for Smriti to come in and take over.
Had he focused only on Rahul Gandhi, instead of going berserk over Modi, which is what Kejriwal, the entire team did, it has cost them heavy.
Okay.
They better review their own bloated rhetoric and
well,
their
the
poisonous
stage
rhetoric.
is set. Advani, Gadkari, Rajnath Singh, Prakash Singh Badal, all of them already at Rashtrapati Bhawan. The man the president's been waiting for, Narendra Modi too, will reach Rashtrapati Bhawan. Soon we'll resume our live broadcast. On the other side of a very quick break, we're receiving the first set of images from inside Rashtrapati Bhawan. Now you see L.K. Advani, immediately next to him Sushma Swaraj, Uddhav Thackeray now walking in, all of them being welcomed to the president's house. They're now all sitting down, waiting for Narendra Modi to arrive. After that, the president will arrive. Veer Sanghvi, can you describe us through the formalities that this involves, the process of a new Prime Minister taking claim?
Well, there are various ways of doing it. So far, it's been complicated because the president has had to decide who to call. Does he call the leader of the largest pre-poll alliance? Does he call the leader of the largest single group? There's, in the context of Modi bursting to tears, there's a very poignant story of Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 1996, when the BJP was the single largest group in parliament, but there was no hope of him ever being able to form a majority. Shankar Dayal Sharma called him, and people imagined it was for consultations. And Vajpayee came out, and I was told this by somebody who was waiting for him in the car. He got into the car, and they drove off, and he didn't say anything. So the guy looked around to Vajpayee, and there were tears streaming down Vajpayee's cheek, and he handed this guy the letter. The letter said, I invite you to be Prime Minister of India and give you so many days to prove your majority. And Vajpayee said, I never in my life thought there would be a BJP Prime Minister during my lifetime. And Modi's, I think, taking that even one step further. He's got a BJP Prime Minister with an overall majority. That time, sadly, Vajpayee didn't make it. He only had a 13-day government. But becoming Prime Minister is an extremely emotional moment. And I think that when Modi does emerge from Rashtrapati Bhavan, he will also be emotional.
And he has every reason to. He's worked tirelessly to achieve this moment. And now that moment awaits him. India awaits Prime Minister Modi.